Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Let's get the chat up. I am caffeinated and ready to share my stupid ideas with you, per usual. So I'm going to leave the chat open in the left-hand side here. I'm working on this beat. A little reckless right now. Ooh. Someone spit. Ah. Woo, woo, woo. Texting me that I'm a nerd. Can't be true. No, sir. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's break this down. That was fun. All right, so first things first, I've got this pad going on here. So I've got, looks like one note, but it's really not one note. It's from a audio device I've set up called Epic Scale. And if you go up and down the keyboard, it's going to play. Epic key scale, so that's what I've called it, and that's the progression I've played, and boom, so that's what goes along with it. So as per the drum rack, this was fun. So I've got these, right, kind of a future bass kind of snare, but got these triplet hi-hats there, right, boom. So then you've got your 808, kind of a ridiculous progression, but it's following this. And so how I achieve that with the 808 is I first, and let me just show you how I would do it, is first things first, to do good 808s in Ableton Live, at least in MIDI, is you pull up Simpler, you pop in the sample that you're trying to deal with. So let's just say an 808, right? But the problem with this is it's not monophonic, right? It's gonna like play multiple ones at the same time, right? So what you can do is you can right click on it and do convert simpler to sampler, and under filter and global, you can change the voices to 1. So that's ostensibly what's happening here. That way, when you play multiple notes in succession, right, the decay doesn't bleed into one another, and therefore you can get those, you know, cool doom 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 doom. Like so, you know, and have crazy stuff like this, right, without there being a ton of bass bleed. So now we've got this. Yes. So then I've pulled up. Nah, that's a guitar. That did not stay. Then I pulled up, and I don't think I've showed you this as much. This is also by Output Sounds. It's called Exhale, and Exhale is vocal chops. And what's cool about them is you can choose like loops or notes or slices. And I've got it key locked to E minor, which is what this project's in. Right. Pretty cool stuff. So I've got this pattern playing, which by itself sounds totally insane. All right, but let's get some contacts back in, right? Oh, yeah. Rah. So this will be my verse, and I'm going to mess around. I think that should suffice. Clean that up, quantize. Whoa. We meant to do by 16ths. So we'll do that. Alright, got a little out of control there. Chorus. Honestly, those two loops right there could just go on forever if it's a hip-hop song. Maybe a bridge. Let's try something different. That. We could do better than that. We can do better than that. And then we'll have... See, I'm doing this all in session mode right now. But I'm kind of just enjoying making it. Yeah, let's do something a little bit more tasteful, right? I don't know what the hell that is, but I don't want it. This. Oh shit. Maybe have to do some cleaning up, but this sounds fun. I need a build, man. This sounds cool. So let's do riser. Alright, that is awesome. That is so devastating. I'm having fun. That's what this is all about. Alright, so alright, let's record this. That is so much fun. God, I love doing stuff like that. So I recorded all of that. I'm going to take off my stupid beat repeat plugin. That's useless. And let's fix this shit. Why is that like that? We need to change. I don't know why this keeps coming down. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to freeze it. That way, whatever's happening in the background there that I don't really feel like looking into right now, I can at least freeze that so the audio stays the way I put it just there. So let's get back. I think my dog's sniffing at my door. So there's something about the MIDI that's happening right there, and I don't know what it is. Okay, that's really odd. I don't like that. So let's do something here. Let's do this. We're gonna hit configure. We're gonna pull up contact. We're gonna pull that up right there. And can I not mess around with that? Is that not an enabled setting? Huh. Okay, don't be weird. Let's try to freeze this one more time. Worst case scenario, I'll record it to a new track using the Bounce in Place plugin. That'll get me out of a bind. So weird. All right, well, let's see what happens if I do that. That's no good. So I can at least duplicate that, flatten this version. Now I have an audio version of that, which is also that, so that's fine, but that does not account for these chunkers. So I'm going to unfreeze this one, and then I'm going to mute those. These are not necessary. Oh, I didn't want to delete. I wanted to mute. Mute. Those can be deleted. Those can be deleted. So cool sounding. Alright, let's see if we can freeze that into a good place. Freeze. Freeze. Beep boop beep boop boo. Alright, so I'll duplicate that. I'll flatten that version. I will unfreeze that, and I would just mute those. Alright, so I still have the MIDI if I need to go back to it. Alright, so it might not hurt to have like an actual bass line there as well, just to get like the full effect. So why don't we do Serum? I guess we'll copy the MIDI, except I just want sustained notes. Take that off. Alright, go up to E here. Okay. Legato. Okay. 4/4 triplet. That's what we're looking for. All right. And then we'll have a nice compressor shift from, or sidechain compression from the drum rack, from, I guess, the kick. So let's see here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a special compressor for this bad boy. So, a special compressor / dynamic EQ. We're going to pull in the Neutron 3 equalizer. We're going to have the side chain from the 808. And then we're going to say this thing, and we're going to go dynamic side chain, external full, and we're just going to do it by band. Oh, yes, so it never interferes. So let's try that again. That top kick is necessary, though. All right, so let's take a look at this from the top. sounding rocking. So let's give it a little intro maybe with the guitars. The sub drop, that's what it is. Meant to do. Dude, I think that sounds cool for now. That's where I'm going to stop at the moment. Yeah, this is just me making like future hip hop, soul. You probably could swing some like future bass type stuff into this. Yeah, you could probably swing some like future bass cuts into this, but I was just kind of making what came to mind, so I wasn't really trying to go for any specific genre here, other than just tough beats. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in, if anybody tuned in. If not, catch my next stream. Peace.